Brand new video today. We're doing two player props here on PrizePicks for Tuesday, June 3rd. I got one MLB, one Wnba player prop here, combo pair. For this video, before I get started, link in the description below. Hop into the Discord, $9.30 per month, 31 cents per day. So I post all the plays I'm making on PrizePicks. Super positive community. Currently doing a promo right now for first-time members, 20% off your first month using promo code TUFF with the link in the description below. Comes to like $6 for the first full 30 days in the Discord. So again, link in the description below for that. Also follow me on Twitter. By the way, at Tough Picks, I posted last night a night owl play of the day, Freddy Freeman, and that's actually going to be the first play for this video because it hasn't bumped yet. Again, if you want like a written write-up, right? Usually I have separate plays, Twitter versus YouTube, but I'm going to post another MLB play of the day over on Twitter, so follow me over there at Tough Picks. But Freddie Freeman, first play of the day here. It's over 6.5 fantasy. I think it's too low of a line. I do think this line will probably end up bumping. We look at the hit rate for this line, over in 7 of his last 10. If we filter this to in 2025, over in 31 of 49. When you filter this to at home, over in 19 of 28. Hits, runs plus RBIs line, which obviously positively correlates to fantasy. He's minus 135 on BetMGM. Minus 136 on NoBig, minus 140 on Profit X. But when we filter this to versus right-handers at home, he's over in 16 of 20 games, over 1.5 hits, runs plus RBIs, and then I think obviously that positively correlates greatly to 6.5 fantasy score. But it's a great matchup. We know Freddie Freeman, he's the best right-handed hitter player, or best hitter versus right-handers at home this season. At home versus right-handers, he's hitting .450 with a highest OPS in baseball at 1.229 OPS. Actually, shout out to Max Muncy as well. But this obviously has an elite hit rate. It's a great matchup. He's done very well against Tyler McGill in his career too. 6 for 16, 6 singles, hitting .375, and then just the home versus away splits for Freddie. Like, he's obviously having a monster season. But, you look at the right versus righties, 403 on the year, 1.163 OPS, and then at home, he's hitting .386, 1.085 OPS. So, all that combined with this relatively low line at 6.5. Also, we get, I think, one of the higher game totals on the slate here. I think it's 9.5 with Dodgers, or 9 Dodgers Mets. Tyler McGill, obviously. Freddie has a nice WOBA versus his pitch mix. As you can see here, down here, 446 versus the fastball, 451 versus the slider, 43, and versus the sinker, 448. So we're talking about like 440 plus WOBA versus McGill's pitch mix, or his top pitches. I like the spot here for Freddie Freeman as the first play. The second play I'm looking at is in my WNBA first half line. It's a fantasy score. I like Satsuma Sabali over 20.5. Looking at this matchup, I like first half because of the blowout risk. 12.5 point spread, Minnesota at home. Obviously, Minnesota, the top team, if not one of the top teams in the WNBA. 12.5 point spread. But Satu should see enough usage in minutes in the first half to clear this line. She just played Minnesota a couple days ago, and she had played 16.3 first half minutes, 28.7 fantasy points. She's over the line in 7 of her last 10 games. This season, she's over in, 4 of 7 with a pretty high floor, 17.6 fantasy in every single game. Alyssa Thomas is out here for this one. You filtered this to without Alyssa Thomas, over in 2 of 2, averaging 25.4. Again, this is outlier, by the way. Research betting tool that I do use every single day. You can get a link in the description below, 7-day free trial. But again, 2 of 2 without Alyssa Thomas. She does lead the WNBA in usage this season, 31.6% usage percentage. So when she's on the floor, she dominates the ball, dominates pretty much all the playmaking duties. Defensively, she has a ton of upside. This is just a really good spot for Satsuma Sabali. If you talk about the fantasy score, let's actually just look here over on RotoWire. Shout out to RotoWire, by the way. But let me just go to WNBA. I want to just see real quick her fantasy upside, because her fantasy upside with the defensive stats, it's really elite, honestly. Where is it to real quick? She's gotta be averaging like 3+ stocks, yeah. 4 steals, 4 stocks, 2 stocks, 2 stocks, 1 stock, 4 stocks, 3 stocks. So she just played Minnesota, like I said, 26, 11, 4, 3, 1, 3 turnovers, took 20 shots, leading the league in usage. And then also Minnesota's a good matchup, right? Minnesota this season to forwards, second most steals, sixth most blocks, third most points. Minnesota just always most rebounds to forwards and second most assists. Minnesota's always just kind of been exploited by forwards. I don't know what it is. But yeah, here are the 2 player props for this video. Freeman fantasy score, Satsuma Sabali fantasy score first half. Please drop a like. You guys check out all the links in the description below. Follow me on Twitter. And as always, let's cash.